caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.
Hello. Hello. This is a terrible intro. So I'm PeopleStorm, obviously, or as most of you know me, Spencer. As Spencer. I made a monstrosity of a video. It went up a couple days ago. I don't know when I'm posting this. That's all I have to say. So, yeah. This is like mind-boggling for me because this video was made at like 12 midnight. I was bored and my friend was like, "You should make an animation of a fish." I was tired. I didn't know better. Don't blame me. So yeah, that's that. So here is our this is the fish file. Oh yeah. I don't know why, but it is called Sailor Moon. I did not choose to name it that. It came about somehow. So let's get into this. So this is a little behind the scenes on how I made it. So first off, let's go into edit mode here, or we can just hit tab to go into edit mode. I prefer not to use shortcuts because I don't even know. So first off, you can also hit V. I modeled the fish. Yes, I modeled the fish. So you can see on the third axis here, there is our fish character. That's a salmon. Yes, salmon. Don't you dare correct me. I called it the right thing. I spelled it wrong on purpose. You do not correct me. It was completely on purpose. So I modeled the fish. I modeled out the vertices along the entire this entire like the outside rim, and then I kind of made a little bit of vertices for the mouth here. So I added a few here, and then I extruded them, and I slowly went along here, and I slowly added more and more and more and more until I got all the way to the other side, and then I filled in the fins, and everything kind of filled together. Then I added a modifier here and called it subdivide the surface. That added like 100 more vertices instead of having like 5 here, or instead of having like 1, 2, 3, or instead of having 1, then 2, then 3, there's now like 10. So that, my friends, is how I have this like 100 vertices, and that's why it's so smooth. So when we go render here, oh yes, rendering takes a long time. So you can see when we go to render it here, looks nice and smooth. That's why the head kind of protrudes out a bit here, and the fins all nice and smooth. Everything's nice and smooth. The one thing I was having trouble with is up here. I modeled this back fin wrong, so it looks a little derpy. Yeah, right there you can see it's kind of, the vertices overlap, which, whatever. I also modeled this all weird. I had a center point for this fin. I don't know why. So again, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect with modeling. You can see there's random vertices that are off. But in the final render, it looks fine. And you can see this is kind of like bent right here. It's kind of bulged. Yeah, you can see it's kind of bulged out. Oh, there are the feet. So yeah, that was pretty simple to model this fish. Didn't take too long. It took about an hour. It was pretty easy. With this with a fish in background, it was with a fish reference image, which is why I'm doing a current animation. That's why I need reference pictures. So you can see I don't have to have it super detailed. I don't have to have all these things. I can seriously just get the outline pretty much. That's all I would need. So all I really need is an outline, and I could model our fish from just an outline of a fish, which whatever, right? So that's how I got that. Second off, let's look at compositing. So here's our compositing view here. So if we turn this to rendered, which it'll take a second here. Come on. There we go. So you can see this texture is not perfect right here. So along this vertex here, it's kind of got some weird texturing rips or sometimes when you get vertices all off and it goes to texture it adds this weird, it stretches the texture to fit over this vertex here. That's why this pixel right here is like stretched over. That's why it kind of looks like he has like a weird thing. But most of the video was filmed from the side, so it didn't really matter. It just looked like a fish. Second off, we can see our node texturing here. Pretty cool. Here, this is our one here. If we go to edit mode and select all of our vertices, there you can see I had to align every vertice with our fish here, which it lined up pretty decently. So I marked all the vertices on our fish as lines of what's it called? As like just I pretty much what I did is let me show you. I can't really explain it. I'm terrible with words today. So we hit T here. We go to here it is, unwrap. When you go to unwrap something, you put it into this UV mapping, which shows the which tells Blender where the texture should be. So I did project from view and into the bounds. So it projected from our orthographic view here onto our image, onto our image texture. If I go out of edit mode here, you can see it projected all the vertices onto our image, and it lined up obviously because I was using the same image. And then to apply that kind of glossy effect, you can see how it's really like bright and it's got kind of glossy, and you can almost see, where is it? Yes, here. There is depth to the scales. Each scale does have depth. I did not model each scale to have depth. So how did I do that? Well, first off, to do the texturing, it was pretty easy. I just inserted this image texture here, added a diffuse because it needs to obviously have some kind of base. Then I added a mix shader here and added a glossy, just to add that little bit of glossiness so the light kind of caught it a bit more than just with a diffuse, and then put that into the surface. Then we took the image texture again, added a bump map, so it said pretty much everywhere, just make the scales, just take this image and make it a bump map, so everywhere there's a line, make it protrude a bit, and I hit the strength up super high, so you can see the light catches these scales a little bit nicer, so you can see in between each scale it's a little bit darker, and on each scale it's like shiny and it looks pretty decent. Kind of looks like a fish, and I was thinking about making it like it just came out of the water, but like, you know how fish are kind of slimy. It would have taken too long, and second off, why why go for realism in a salmon animation? I don't know. Sorry, I'm just checking the times right now. So next off, what we're gonna do is we're going to look at the animating, I think, right? No. We're gonna look at the legs. So the legs are on our secondary, what's it called? They're on our second layer here. There's multiple layers in this animation, which is like, whoa, multi-layer animation, what's this? So here's the simple, very simple leg. It didn't have to be anything special. So of course I took a leg. I did not model two legs. I took a leg from a reference picture, which I'm not gonna show you guys because I don't feel like it. So yeah, that's our leg. The reason it's so laggy is because I subdivided it like 100 times to make it smooth. So be warned. That is the image texture of the leg. So of course skin does not look like that at all. So, at all, actually, no, it doesn't look at that. So what I did is let's look at the node texturing here. Oh no, I hate that. Okay, node. So you can see the node texturing is pretty simple. So I added a glossy texture and a diffuse texture. This one's kind of I added like a peach color almost, had that into the mix shader, and had a very tiny bit of glossy added. That's why the factor's so low. Then I added a noise texture just to give it this bit of noise, just to make it not so like perfectly smooth, because human skin is not perfectly smooth. I was thinking about adding hair, but again, why waste it? Why waste time on human hair. I don't know. Some people would like that. So, of course, that's, I don't know why. I don't know why I did have this. Don't question the makeup of the video. So for rendering, I had 75% because I didn't want to take forever. This actually took like 12 hours to render. So each frame, it's 5,000 or 5,400 frames, and the quality is at 93, and the resolution's at 75%. So 75% of 1080p. I don't know what that is. Then I just had it output to, it's not there anymore, the file, but I had output to a folder, so each frame would just go into a big folder, and I had a billion JPEG images. Okay, we're still running. What else? Okay, let's look at the animation. Why not, right? You guys want to see that? That's probably the most difficult part. So the animation level of this, oh man, his father's watching over him. Let's go into animating. Alright, so animating this was probably the hardest part. Oh, actually, you know what? No, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna look into this yet. We're gonna look at the character armature. Oh man, it's a whole 3 bones. So if we go into pose mode here, this fish is a parent of our armature. So of course, let's look at this from a amazing perspective. So if we just hit rotate here, you can see this armature is parented to our fish. So terrifyingly opens its mouth. The way I weighted it, so if we go to object mode, select our fish here, and go into weight paint. Weight paint shows which bones have like control over stuff. So of course, this butt end this long bone controls the entire fish. I don't know what it is, but I cannot select this bone. I don't know why. It's a weird thing with Blender. It's a glitch or something. I don't know. I'm not that good. So if we hit Alt R here, if we actually Alt R. Okay. So that'll reset our pose mode. We can also rotate this guy and have it terrifyingly move. So we could do a swim animation, and I could put a bone through the fins here, so we could swim. I don't want to. If you guys want to see a fish swimming animation, go ahead, say in the comments. I don't know. This animation overall was pretty odd. It was pretty cool though, the way I animated it. It was good practice for like armatures and all that. So where to start with this guy? So let's God, okay. So we have a couple animated keyframes. So first off, we have our sphere. That's the eyes. So yeah, those are our eyes. So you can see on our timeline in the bottom corner here, there are 2 keyframes on our timeline. Where is it? Spheres. Okay. So you can see there are 2 keyframes, only 2. So at this time right here, which is our keyframe down here. Where is it? Location, scale. The Y, X, the X, Y, and Z scale are our most important ones. So you'll see the scale increases. That's not right. I did not animate that right. Okay, whatever. In the final animation, it's done. I must have changed something before I finished there. I don't know. No, in the final animation. Okay, well I messed that up. So the scaling point is made to this sphere's geometry, which it shouldn't be. So the point of scaling should have been more. Yeah, you can see it rotates around this sphere's geometry. So I mean, it could have been better. So those are the eyes. That's how the eyes expand in the end of it. Here's our armature. The armature was not too difficult. It was 2 bones. Oh no, those are the legs. Those are our legs, right? No, that's the armature. So those are the 3 bones. They're 4 bones actually, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so from here to here, you can see it opens its mouth from there to there. Then it just kind of stays open until we get to here where it closes its mouth. That's what these two things are. I don't. This hurts my brain. Then of course we have our. What is this? Oh, this is the camera. No, no. What is this? Is this the fish? I don't even know. Oh no, those are the legs. I was wondering what those were. So from here to I haven't done this in a while. So from these 2 points on the different locations and scales, we can see from this point on the timeline to this point, we want the Y location, I think it is, to move down. So that's how I did that. And then to here, they rotate. So our rotation ones here are moving now. And then of course, here to here, you can see these two ones, it flies away. That's how I got the legs to fly away. This is something. Then we of course have the camera keyframes. The camera was probably the hardest thing to do. It was yeah. So we have our X location, our Y location, all the locations, the positions. So if you look at our camera here, so from here to here is 2 keyframes. Then to here is another keyframe. Here to here is another keyframe. Here to here, and then all these different ones, there are different keyframes. And this took probably the most amount of time to animate this guy. And you can see this flyaway one's is probably the longest keyframe. Those are the animations. So yeah, that was pretty simple. Here you can see our graph editor. For the world shader nodes. Okay, so this is for let's go up here. This is for the actual world. So in the background, of course, when we go to render this, where is it? This frame. Let's just hit render here. So you can see the background is not white. Yeah, you can see it's purple. Oh man, that picture. He's like smiling. Smile for the camera, fishy. So you can see in this picture, the background is purple. So I used a graph editor. If we zoom in here, you can see the graph editor for the different colors. So yeah, this looks a lot more complex than it is. So what happens here is this one is this blue color. That one almost never moves. Green, the amount of green in the picture, the amount of blue, and the amount of light blue. I don't know why there's blue and light blue, or dark blue and light blue. Don't ask why. But you can see here, this is the how much saturation of each color is in the image. So let's hit escape here. Oh man, my computer's kind of slowing me down here. So you can see blue right now. The way we made blue is there's almost no red, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue, or a little bit of dark blue, and a lot of light blue. That's what the 3 lines are. And then let's say here, it's green. So there's a lot of green, a little bit of red, and all the, or no, what is that? There's a little bit of green, something else. I don't think there's anything else. No, there's nothing else. So there's just green. I think a bit of blue, almost no red, and almost none of that. So as you can see, that's how I did the color changes. Pretty advanced, I would say. And you can see I did that for a good portion. That's when the Barbie Girl song was playing. Oh man, my parents should be proud. So yeah, that's how I did the color changes. That's something. Then of course, let's check the recording. We're good. Okay. So file, we're gonna open our, there we go. So video editing. Video editing was fun. Video editing was a lot nicer. So first off, we have my awesome intro animation. This is the rendered. Come on, let's load. Will it load? Oh come on, don't do this now. Oh no. Come on. Okay. So this video is missing. Oh, because I moved the file. So that's supposed to be my intro. Then of course we have welcome. So this right here is our text file. This is not a video. This is an experience. There's also a color here. I also had it and then the Salmen experience. Prepare yourselves. I then had it kind of fade out into black. Then the Salmen experience came. I of course changed the location of this file so it won't show up. But then the Barber Girl theme song plays right here when the legs fall down. Of course you can't see it because in this in our scrubber here, because I moved the location of our frames. Actually, could we change data files? Let's go to Blender, temporary, Salmen. Change data files. Okay, there you go. So now you can see it. So you can see there's the Barbie Girl theme starts playing here, and it doesn't start breaking down until here. So if we hit play, I don't know if you guys can hear this. We're also playing at 17 frames. So the Barbie Girl theme song starts picking up the pace as soon as our legs come down here. Then of course the world's longest scream ever I found on YouTube, and of course it started playing. Here you can see the color starts changing, the camera goes around a bit here, closes its mouth. I had to cut the animation, or the longest scream ever. It's actually the longest scream ever was like 45 seconds. This was, let's see here. It was 259 to 213, so like 40 frames, and we're going at 30 FPS, which is a couple seconds. So yeah. Then of course we have the Salmen experience flashing. So I just had a text file I copied and pasted. I just all you have to do is select your text file, hit Shift D, and copies it, and just pasted it again. Then I had the uneasy music playing. That was that weird music as the eye expanded to a monstrous level. I don't know, because in the original one you saw how the eyes were kind of wrong, but they're not wrong there for some reason. And then of course it fades out. Then here, what I did is I had this our Salmen experience video cross over to our black. So that's why there's a fade here. So you can see there's a fade. So it's transitioning from here to here using this cross. And our cool music starts playing. Somebody's texting me. Emma's texting me. So then I had the rate your experience text box. Then of course I had the Salmen experience. Let's change the data file again. Temporary Salmen experience. Just choose that picture. Doesn't matter. Okay, there's our then I had this picture come in. That's how I got the prepare yourself for the Salmen apocalypse. And this one I had a shadow. That's why you can see it a little better. They're watching. Then I had it kind of fade out right here. Oh, I never actually had it fade out. I thought I had a cross here to the black, but I guess not. And then I had my outro play, which is non-existent because the file's gone. Can I change the file location? Where was that? No. So yeah, that's that. It's in the final intro. That's the video editing for it. So yeah, that's my friends. Yeah, where is it? Sailor Moon. And it's the Salmen experience. But Curly, one of my friends, Curly, she wanted me to name it Sailor Moon, but no, that's not happening. So yeah, that's that. That's the Salmen experience. That's the behind the scenes. And then of course our lighting setup is just a point, and the strength here is 214. That's how I got the kind of dim lighting. And of course when we render it takes a while to render. The texture's gone. It's just purple. Someone's texting me again. I'm recording. Shut up. No, shut up. You know who you are. So yeah, that's that. This texture's gone, but you get the point. So that's the behind the scenes. If you guys have any questions, do you want the file? I mean, I can get it ready and put it up on the, what's it called? I can, oh yeah, my background's, shut up. So where is it? Blender.org here. You can, no, that's not the right one. Dashboard. So there's a cool website here called BlendSwap. I use this a lot. I'm logged in currently, but you can upload and you can download and upload Blender files. So you can see you can download hundreds of different Blender files on here. That's where I get some of my references and some just random files. Snitch, the golden snitch from Harry Potter. Wow. You can see there's tons of cool stuff on here. Like somebody has phones. You can get all the different, oh man, massive mate pack, color pack, or not texture pack. Yeah, there's some cool stuff on here. So if you want, I can upload it and give you guys a link to where you can download the fish. Do you want that? I don't know.
In the end,
I could also make it
Nothing wrong with that.
money and
her
stuff.
husband didn't think so.
He was a coward,
So
being strong,
Yeah.
not giving up.
that's it. Thank you for
It was
watching.
just his place to hide.
Bye.
He pushed away the pain so hard, he disconnected himself from the person he loved the most. Sometimes when you win, you lose.